in the shirt. Show the shirt. Nice. Say hi to YouTube. Got the cup and the popcorn bucket. Hope you enjoy the movie. Hi. Hold on, y'all. I hear insanity. Give me 1 second. Jeez. Ooh. One of those freaking lives. I lost my microphone, and this desk, wow, it's tight. So now I'm like, so I got the iPad here. It's tight, y'all. It is very, very tight. But I'm so glad to be here. It is almost 2 a.m. I took a nap. I took a very long nap. So initially I was going to cancel this, but since this is a 7, maybe 8-part Superman Week series, I was like, girl, you need to get up. You need to push through the pain and get through this live. So the good news, at least this is a shorter Superman. So thank you guys for the handful of people that came out today. Eric, hey, what's up? I'm okay. I'm just a little sleepy because I just came out of a sleep. So I'm like, but I'm really good. I'm so excited to like highlight, even though I gave you a like video highlight of what happened for our fan event. I've never experienced a fan event from AMC or like this. The only other fan event that can top this one was the Revenge of the Sith, the one that I went to earlier this year with Regal. Because the Revenge of the Sith, we had Darth Vader show up in full cosplay. Me, Rocky, we were dressed up as, Star Wars people. There was a bunch of Jedi all over the place. So Regal still went for the fan event for Regal. But this one is different. I was about to say yeah. You know what? I had to, because I was like, we need to push through. I think I want to do a special watch party series based on what happened the other night. Because I'm like, now I'm all in this rabbit hole of movies. So if I could just get my life right, by the time I get a day off, I would have worked close to 15 freaking days in a row. Plus doing YouTube, plus family stuff, plus life stuff. Like the reason why I missed yesterday's live was to, deal with my personal life. So I was like, I'm never gonna, can't say never, but I never want to put my friends or family, YouTube before them. So I'm always gonna yeah. But you know what? One thing I've learned, this has been the toughest personal year of my life. Finances, health, lost, probably toughest since my mom passed away. And either I could make excuses why I can't get things done, or I'm going to have to find a way to get things done, even if it means I can't stick to my YouTube schedules or take a long nap and come here at 2 a.m. I love everything about YouTube. I get on average maybe 50 cents a day between all my channels put together. And if you're willing to do something for close to free and you love what you're doing, then you're on the right path. I love this. I do this at home. It's me and my family. We're doing, we're watching superhero movies together. It's, now of course I don't do just superhero stuff. I have other channels, but I love to cook. I love to make good food. I love to educate myself. Why not do the same? So yeah, this is a lot. But shout out to my company. We have new hires. I start training them very, very soon. And hopefully after training them, I get a week or two off. So yes, I'm overworked at my job, so I could be able to rest in the near future. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Definitely, because the economy is so unstable, a lot of us are feeling it that way. Um, and then like there's just a lot of people dying and sick, and it's a lot. And even for me, I was, like I said, I was fasting, and then something unexpected happened. I just wasn't quite resonating with my body, and then I had to like go through all this stuff. I wish I had my pills. Actually, I didn't take my pills now, but I found these pills in the house, these Dr. Sabi pills, and thank God it fixed my issue. I had to go to the bathroom. I just couldn't go to the bathroom, but I found something that helped a lot, because I was like, I'm going to have to go to the hospital if I cannot do a proper poop. TMI. But that definitely was part of the reason why I couldn't come to yesterday's live. So I was like, listen, I'm not feeling comfortable. I can't sit up for 3 hours and do this if I'm not feeling good. But I'm feeling great. My body is finally responding to foods properly again. And yeah, the sky's the limit. Of course, I still have to get another 40 pounds off and still gotta heal. And I have to see a doctor just to see why my body rejected the fast. But I'm doing great. And that's good when you get past constipation. It's like, oh my God, TMI. But enough about my bowel movements. Yeah. I'm definitely going to get the pills in a second, because actually I'm supposed to take them now. I took them exactly around this time yesterday. So you have to like take them. They said around the same time you did it the day before, but I'm feeling awesome. So do I look tired? Yes, because I still am. And I'm still going makeup free for another month. My eye's still healing. For those who are aware, my eye got infected and it looks like somebody beat the fire out of me. So I chose not to put any makeup on for about 2 months to wait till it heals. We're almost there. So I still miss my makeup though. Let's see. So this is tonight's awesome. Thank you. I remember at work where I know my coworker was gonna be like, is she talking about being constipated? Yes. You can go to the hospital over that. You gotta, basically if you're not urinating or pooping, toxins are building up. Your body's going to tell you, hey, I'm not feeling good. I need to go to the hospital. I've heard some horrible stories about it, but I digress. I will definitely speak more about that on YouTube, about my whole fasting experience, the good, the bad, and all the stuff that happened in between. But overall, I'm officially 10 pounds lighter. I was initially, technically I'm 15 pounds lighter, but of course you put some weight back on when you go back to eating. And then I got like dandelion greens and blueberries and some really cool things to eat to like, I have to like kind of like relearn how to eat again, because I know why I'm not feeling well, which means something is brewing in the body. So I will share with you what exactly is going on with me as soon as I come back to the vegan channel. But right now it's all about Superman and Superman week. So yes, behind the scenes I'm eating healthy, but I'm just not posted about it. So this intro was actually provided by me and the awesome people that was kind enough to come on my YouTube channel. I know I was being a little dorky and socially awkward, but it takes a lot of courage to come up to strangers and say, can you be part of my YouTube channel? Can you take a picture? Can you take a video? Blah, blah, blah. And then, but what I was saying a little earlier, this fan event was one of the best I have ever gone for an AMC slash superhero movie. So usually the better events are not at the location I went to, but they brought it this time. I was at 34th Street on 8th Avenue. It's right next to Chipotle's, now not too far from B&H for those who are like into like tech and stuff. So you have a point of reference where I was. First of all, I have never, and I don't like bringing up race, but this is very relevant to what I'm about to say. I have never seen so many minorities excited about a superhero movie in my freaking life. Usually when I go to any fan events, I am usually the only brown girl in there, or very, very little. You might see a black woman, me, some Latin people, and the rest is not, it might be pretty much be like white people. That's about it. This one, everybody came out. I was like, I didn't even realize how big Superman was to see a fan event as diverse as this. That is so funny. I'm supposed to go somewhere tomorrow, and surprisingly, someone texts me. I guess they got insomnia. 2 in the morning. Yeah. Yes. And I know they don't follow me on YouTube, so there's that. So I never experienced nothing like this. And a lot of people had on the Superman t-shirts. Let's get into like, I don't have a solo picture of it, but at least I had people with it. Those freaking popcorn buckets. I'm not saying everyone had them, but I would say every 3 people had popcorn buckets. I'm surprised AMC didn't sell out in that moment. And then, like, I remember the cashier was like, "Hey guys, limit 2 popcorn buckets per person." If I can go back in time, I would have not gotten any Regal merch and just got 2 popcorn buckets so I could do a flip. But we'll discuss how much I spend in merch. It was a little over 100 in total. But I had like a cap on budget. My money's not like where it needs to be right now. So I was like, well, let's just get what you want and don't worry about flipping, because I have a lot of stuff to flip anyway. So it's like I don't really need a flip. I just need to sell the stuff that I own. But these are the awesome people that were kind enough to like just take a couple of seconds, take a picture with me. I was really focusing people that either had the Superman merch on or had that bucket. So people were wondering like, what? I should have asked more people, but I didn't. The guy here, I had to give him extra love. He's the person that took a picture of me so I could be in my own vlog. And then I chose to get the Superman cup. I wasn't, because it was like $25 and I already had 2 cups from the Regal, but I don't know. I'm very particular about my merch. And I'll be honest, the AMC quality cup was way better than Regal. But we'll discuss, why I feel like AMC won on the merch this time. Because if you're a collector, it's very important that you understand what you're buying and what's going to happen down the line. And because I've been collecting so long, just in general, I've been very, very particular what I buy moving forward. Oh, I didn't even realize your question. I'm sorry, Eric. Was the fasting weight loss motivated? How long did you fast for? My fat ass. Okay, so my fasting is health slash weight loss motivated, but my health is affected by the fact that I'm overweight. And so unfortunately 90%, maybe 80% of my weight is legitly in my stomach / breast. And most important, it's in the stomach area, which is affecting my organs, specifically my kidneys. And so I keep going to the hospital about the same thing. But the older I get, the worse it's getting. And unfortunately, one of my relatives recently passed from complications of the kidneys failing. And I remember before they passed away, they told me take it serious, that they were around my age now when it was, little to them and it became very big to them in the future. And it's crazy. The person that passed away, I look so much like. It's just crazy. Like, it's like seeing yourself die. It's sad, to be honest, like what I'm saying, but sometimes you could learn from your relatives and friends about why they're no longer here. So, because unfortunately something developed during the fast, it lets me know that this is a life going thing for me, and I need to lose the weight mainly in my stomach area. And I also need to get a specialist to run tests to see why my kidneys keep acting weird. But in the meantime, I did get some Dr. Sebi books, foods that will help heal my kidneys naturally faster. But you still need to see a doctor. Sometimes you need an IV drip. You could be dehydrated even if you're doing a fast. Um, there's so many factors that I've experienced there, and it's almost every time I try to go healthy, I end up going in a hospital. It's like so weird. It's almost like whatchamacallit, like it's weird, but I'm never like upset. Like my body was probably in distress this whole time, and just it is what it is. But I'm grateful that I'm here, because that was the main reason why I wasn't going to do the series. I almost had to go to the hospital this week. It was just a lot going on. Wait, my friend is still texting me. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, yeah, I'm never going to give up. I'm never, like, my brother and father both passed away before the age of 50. My brother being the youngest in my family. My brother died at 40. All natural causes. So I take this stuff super serious, super freaking serious, because it's like, especially in my family, because we do suffer from obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Now I'm the first, not the first, but I'm one of the first dealing with kidneys. It's rare with the kidneys thing, but I'm sure first I was 60 pounds overweight or 65 pounds overweight. Now I'm like 40 pounds overweight. Me being so heavy in the midsection is a huge factor. So take it serious. Please learn from my family's mistakes. We're all going to die, but if we could like live as long as healthy as we can, full mobility, keep our mind clear. I would love to be old, but only if my mind and body's in full tact, because I did have a condition where I couldn't walk, and I was like, dude, that was brutal. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, no, that's why. So even if like my legs swell up, I cancel them. I'm like, you just gotta drink your water and take care of yourself. But yeah, thanks, Eric. I appreciate the concern. And yeah, my only thing is, if you suffer from, like, I'm a food addict. I've been a food addict my whole life. You just have to change the behavior. Like, for example, I eat a lot, so like, but I'll eat like fruits and vegetables now, like blueberries, and there's certain things that I'll eat like that's much healthier. So it's like you just have to learn to swap things out. I actually will have a special. So when I'm on vacation from the YouTube watch parties, I will have a special. It's called Popcorn Project, coming out on this channel and the vegan channel, on healthier snacks, portion control, how I'm going to curate and fix where all these popcorn buckets going, just how to organize it all. So all this stuff will be spread up amongst, I have 4 channels, but it'll be 3 different channels focusing on different stuff. But once the whole popcorn project is completed, I will have a playlist. The vegan stuff will have its own stuff. The decluttering will have its own stuff. And for this channel, the frames, the stuff I'm organizing. So this channel is going to be it's going to start switching more into like the behind the scenes of how do you organize all this stuff. And yeah, because when you're a hoarder, you have to find a way to store your stuff, but also enjoy it. Right now, I'm not enjoying it because it's all over the place. Like, the popcorn thing has gotten out of control. But how could you say no to these popcorn buckets? I hate them for this. I want to give a shout out to the people from the day before the freaking event. I have to. I just give them credit. If you were to get one Superman item, I would say get this classic T-shirt. It seems to be the Thriller jacket of the Superman fandom. There are certain things when you see it, you be like, Superman, Michael Jackson. Like, this is the item to own. Regal does have the t-shirt if you want to buy it, if it didn't sell out. I was completely surprised on how little bit of merch the AMC had, but I have to give them props. They were very intentional and it just made sense. So our fun finds came from the actual movie theaters this time. There are, I believe, 4 movie theater chains that has merch: Regal, Cinemax, AMC, and I think Odom. Oh, no, and 5. What's that? The Draft House place, the Alamo. Now, I don't live that far from the Alamo if I go by car, but it is out of the way, so I won't be going there. But if I am going to the Alamo anytime soon, then I'll just pick up any leftover merch. But I don't think Superman merch is going to last long. I'm being honest, y'all. When I got my popcorn bucket the day before the movie came out, they were almost sold out of the popcorn bucket that I got. So this is what I got for going to the fan event. I got a free comic book, which people are reselling up to $50 on AMC right now. The popcorn bucket set, which was $63, $24 for the cup, $35 for the bucket. And why I think it is the better of the two is because of how it's made. So let me, where did I put let's get all this stuff out slowly without causing... I'm sure those who do lives will tell you most of their spaces are really, really small, mine included. Once I declutter, I might be able to open it up, but because I'm a hoarder, this is the only clear space, and then the whole space is just filled with Amazon boxes and things that I need to sell. But it does compromise the space big time. So this is what I got. And then what I loved about the free comic book, I put it here to make sure it didn't get smashed. But honestly, I did have a frame, but it was just so much going on that I was just like, let's just get through the night without like causing an issue. Like, you're trying to get footage, you're trying to not lose your equipment. So I just put it here. But this is what the frames look like. I'm going to have it in my Amazon store tomorrow or later on today, just in case you want to frame your comic books in general. And it's not like one of those frames that are like resistant to light and stuff, but where I put my stuff, there's no sunlight or anything, or barely even any light. So, I'm not here to like have the most preserving frames yet. Like, once I get to my forever home, then I'll figure out what like my life will look like, if that makes any sense. But like, the more I collect, the more I want to like streamline it, or like, I think I want to do like a gallery style type of thing. But I don't know. Like, I kind of, I have a love-hate for this apartment. But I'm learning to be grateful for where I am now. Like, sometimes we wait for the future, and the future doesn't happen for all of us. Sometimes our lives are cut short. So I'm learning to like be in the present and celebrate my life now and where I am now. And even though it's a very humbling, struggling life, it's still the life that God chose to give me. So with that being said, make the best of what you have. And if at least I have a place. So with that being said, as I'm collecting, I'll get very like entry level type of stuff, because I don't want to spend like good framings, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I don't want to go in that route for a rental that's really like it has its issues, but I have it. So I say all that. If you're like me and you don't have an ideal place, but you want to like celebrate what you're buying, then definitely stay tuned to this channel, because even the set that's behind me right now was pretty much provided by Five Below and Amazon, and it's very affordable. My microphone is entry level. My lights are from Five Below. Those pictures you see, that's all Five Below. The frames are usually Amazon, very affordable. Like I'll get like, let's say 6 frames for like $30. So I which is averaging like $5 a frame. So I say all that. It elevates your space. It makes it look special. And so that's what I want to bring to this space, like how to have an awesome space that's affordable and approachable for most, not for all, because I know a lot of us are like not doing good financially. You have to be, because I said, what if God never? What if this is? I don't want to like. I'm not going to say I'm never going to be like past this area of my life, but New York is insanely expensive. And the average rent is way more than I make for a whole month. So forget it. I'm like, and I don't want 500 roommates, even though there's nothing wrong with that. But I've done the 500 roommates. I'll do one roommate, but not 500. But this is the popcorn bucket that I got. So what makes a good collecting item to me? I don't really care for plastic. Now, if you guys are if you're new to me, you may not be familiar. I've been in the YouTube space for now 16 years, maybe even longer than that. Because when we were in college in 2007, my professor made us do a YouTube channel. That was part of our homework. So I had my first channel was actually from 2007. But what I say all that is I have been collecting since then. Some of my plastic stuff is deteriorating already. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, so I'm like, a lot of things I will not be moving forward. Now, for those who grew up in the 80s and 90s, the plastic toys of those decades do not deteriorate the way some of the stuff is deteriorating from the 2010 era. But with that being said, I'm not really going to want to get plastic popcorn buckets and stuff. What if they start deteriorating? These popcorn buckets are up to freaking $80. So why, so I prefer metal ones. Plus, like this one, I have a clip-on light. You could put like a little light in here. And then like, look at this. It just elevates your display. Now I'm looking for the type of light that when you go past this popcorn bucket, it'll turn on. I do have something like that for a future project, but it doesn't fit in here. But keep posted. Like as soon as I figure out what light's going to work for that setup, because this is part of the popcorn project. This goes with my aesthetic. My home aesthetic is a lot of red and black, especially in the kitchen and living room area. So I'm like, oh, this is definitely going to be on display. This might be one of the few popcorn buckets that I will not be using for popcorn. It's just, once you see Superman, I cannot wait to review this Superman movie. But spoiler alert, I love it. Once you see Superman, you're going to want this. You're going to see, like when y'all see the intro of this video or rewatch it, you're going to see why so many people had these in their freaking hands. Like, oh my God. And if people are reselling it, I would say it is worth paying double the price. I don't know about triple. No, if you're a Superman fan, no, I'd be willing to pay up to triple the price. So that would bring that up to 35, 70, 100, and I wouldn't go past 120 on a bucket. If you're a Superman fan, specifically for that. I know it's annoying when fans buy stuff and they resell it. You can't knock the hustle. I literally paid like $30 for a Deadpool topper because I wanted my popcorn project to have a very specific, look. And is it messed up that I had to pay an obscene amount of money for a freaking topper? Yeah. But if the person was smart enough to realize somebody like me was willing to spend that kind of money, it is what it is. It's the hustle of reselling. Where the heck is my water? So, yeah, if you did not get your hands on the popcorn buckets, which if they're not sold out, they're about to be, then just pay the upsell. It is what it is. I pay sometimes a lot more money for stuff because I didn't get it, for the first day. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like when I first got this place, it really used to look like crap. I kept saying, oh, I'm getting out of this dumps. I'm out of here. And I think if I was like the person I am now, I could have got out of this dump. When I first got this place, the New York City rent and condos were not that expensive. And if I could go back to my younger self, I would have said, save more, spend less, and be very intentional of what you buy. Because I do so many fabulous events, most of my collection has been free. You're going to go to the movies anyway. If I can get comic books, I have awesome friends. That the Hawk Girl comic that I got came from my coworker. She knows I like comics. So most of my stuff is free. So in other words, don't spend the money. God's going to put this stuff in your life anyway. Just wait for those doors to open for you. So if I could do things again, I would have just gone to events, collect on stuff, and then maybe get stuff like this here and there. But, would have, could have, should have. You don't know like how life is going to be in the future. And I never thought that New York or just living as an adult would get so unobtainably expensive. So I'm like, I don't necessarily want to be rich. I just want to be able to afford to be here. But yeah, I just got back from oops. I just got back from the late show, my favorite comic book film since no more. Yeah, dude. Yo, Profess, I know you are harsh on movies. That is high praise. This movie is really I'm gonna have spoiler free for this, but I might go back to see this again, to see it again with I'm not like a critic, but my semi-critic hat, because I was not expecting this. First of all, I'll be honest, I wasn't going to see this movie freaking at all. I am not in line with DC anymore. I haven't been in line with DC since a kid. DC dropped the ball quite a long time ago. And I think the internet hype, the marketing, just going on why this appealed for us to go. But I was just like, all right, let's give Gunn a chance. Let's see what he has to say about this Superman. But I couldn't tell you the last time. I don't think I've ever seen a Superman movie in the theater in my life, ever. This is the first time, I think, for me. So I'm glad this is the first time I went, because this movie was really freaking worth. It's good. So the merch I got also was the dog topper. This dog is everything in the movie to me. And I did have here's the other topper. So listen, I'm not going to tell you how I got the other topper. I promise you I did not steal it. It was given to me, but you know who you are for giving me the other topper. There are 3 toppers in general. If I could have gotten Superman, I would, because now I want to do like a Superman display. This whole Superman setup is in tribute to my awesome brother JR. My brother loved Warner Brothers or DC so much when he was a kid. He used to get his ass handed to him for wearing Batman freaking t-shirts all the freaking time. I felt so bad for my brother, because like we were both nerds, but I was given more grace. I found a way to make my quirkiness work for myself. My brother, not so much. And he was teased the whole freaking time, because we were in high school together. The whole time he was there, like when my brother lost weight and stuff, I ain't gonna lie, he looked fine as hell. But he was really chubby and dorky when we were in school. And he was like a sweaty nerd, like the kind of nerd. I used to always roll my eyes when he spoke about comic books. I was like, JR, shut up. I don't understand you. But I would never say it. I would like have that face like, JR, just shut up. And now the irony is I became my brother is so comical in itself. Like he would have loved this version of me. Like I know he loved every version of me, but I think he would have loved that I'm so interested to hear what he has to say now. But I say all that, like my love for superhero did start with Superman. It's the first thing that came out. Being an 80s kid, Superman was the most prominent thing that ever played on the, like, I think it was the Channel 11, or it was called WPIX or whatever. It was something different back in the 80s. It was that in Star Wars. That's all they would have on repeat on Saturday. And I'm like, all right, you're going to love it if they force you to watch it. But actually, Superman was so amazing back then. Like, and to have a rebirth, to have a reboot like this, dude, oh God, we've been going on. So I say all this. Having this merch is one, just remembering what a superhero movie is supposed to make you feel. It's supposed to make you feel like hope. It's supposed to make you feel like we're all in this together, you know? And superheroes have like a very unique discrimination. They're discriminated for their powers. But how many people are discriminated for their color, or discriminated for their gender, or discriminated for their financial brackets, right? You know, like these are all stupid conversations on why we don't like people, but this is why we don't like people, because people are different. And superheroes, especially in the X-Men and DC universe and the Marvel universe, are hated because they have these powers and people want those powers. So, and sometimes it's the same thing with people. You may hate rich people because you want that money, or you may hate people of color and diversity because maybe you might be jealous of their culture and they could be happy in their skin, or happiness in their poorness and their humbleness. You know, like, have you ever seen like a YouTube video from other countries and people are literally dancing in the dirt with smiles? You know how what a flex that is when you have nothing and you're still smiling? Like, I'd be jealous too. Like, sadly, the 80s and 90s didn't give us the superhero levels of Clark Kent, Peter Parker, and Bruce Wayne. That is true. And we have to give credit to, I would say Marvel changed the whole the superhero genre big time. It gave it more depth. I mean, like my brother would tell you, this stuff does exist in comic books, but again, I'm not a comic book reader yet. A lot of us, especially adult versions of us, don't have the luxury of time. We have that luxury as kids, but if you didn't, I'm not a kid. I have like a full life, a full adult heavy life. And so I just don't have the luxury of it. But if I ever have, you know, like let's say I could ever do YouTube full time, sure, we'll throw out some comic books. Why not? So, getting to the AMC. So another thing I discovered about these cups, this cup versus this cup. Now Regal, it's more affordable. You get the big old popcorn bucket and 2 cups with tax and everything, $39. Well, it's really $38.10 if you live in New York, but they ask for a donation. Just give them the damn donation. Like, you spent this money, just give them the 90 cents. But these cups here, they're flimsy. The only reason why I got it because I like the toppers. You'll understand my obsession with the toppers once we do the popcorn project and display for this. But moving forward, I think I'm only gonna go for these type of cups. They're just made so much better, premium materials. Plus, when you're drinking from them, even when you put, like, I put stainless steel liners in my cups like this, I could still like smell this weird toxic smell in these things. I'm going to soak these to see if I can get the smell out, because if I'm smelling toxic qualities, it is clearly I'm inhaling them. It's going in my body. So we'll definitely talk about cup collections and what you might want to invest in. I get so frustrated with companies that make things that are not safe for consumers, period. Now we know plastic is not the best to drink from. I do have a solution for you guys coming up very soon to get past that. But if you're going to do plastic, make sure the plastics are healthy to consume. Because I'm smelling something when I'm going with the straw, and I'm like, it's not good. So spend the $25 for this, especially if you're going to drink from it. Again, I have a solution for you to make this plastic free. Definitely there'll be posts about how to make it safer. But AMC for the one for merch. But I'll give Regal this. They are a really good value. And here's some more Regal stuff. You have I also like that popcorn bucket where it looks like Superman's heating up the popcorn machine, but the whole thing was plastic. And my gut's telling me that's going to deteriorate over time. And that's, I think, $50 freaking dollars. I'm not paying $50 and it might freaking break. I also like their cup where it lights up. And honestly, if I had the money to burn, I probably would have got that cup. Like, if I can go back in time, maybe I would have just gotten that cup from Regal and that was it. the light up cup. Because that actually is a nice quality cup compared to the one that they gave you with the set. Then I do like the little crypto doggy bowl, but it was plastic and it was like a lot of money. I think it was like $40-$50. I'm like, nah, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm sure my dog does not care to have his food out of a freaking Superman crypto bowl. But if you have the money to get it all, get it all. Does that make any sense? But it is what it is. Listen, Eric, you know I appreciate that you even made it this long. But thank you so much. And hopefully I will see you later, much earlier later on today. It's just I had to take a nap. I took a very long nap. But good night, Eric. And the t-shirt, if hindsight was 2020, I should have just picked up the shirt. I think it was like under $25, but don't quote me. Next time when I go to the theater, I will write down the prices because the pictures, I couldn't see it when I blew it out. What's up, Al? What's good? Everyone's up late. I get it. There's no work for most of us tomorrow. So they're like, I'm staying up. And at Krispy Kreme, unfortunately for us vegans, it's nothing for us. But if you're not vegan, check out their donut, exclusive donut. It's in the app though. I'm not sure if it's available anymore, but my coworker sent that to me. So thank you, coworkers. You guys love me. I get it. And congratulations to Superman for making records for its opening Thursday. What I'm going to do is probably recap the numbers because this Superman's week is going on all the way minimum till Monday, is recap the overall box over numbers. But I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, like La Professor said, like I am hyped after the viewing. And Profess is very harsh on movies. This movie is worth seeing. First of all, I was thinking the worst. I remember when we were fighting over the freaking suit. I wasn't part of the suit drama, but let's see if I could pull up. Actually, it was the most viral video I had, I think, of the year. Maybe because it was my thumbnail. Like, people were going off about the suit. I love the freaking suit. Like, I never had beef with the suit. I was like pretty much making fun that we were having conversations over the freaking suit. But, welcome to freaking social media. Let me see if I can find this video and put Superman, because I was like, this is so freaking funny. Hold on. Let's see. Of course, this doesn't come up because I needed to come up. But it was a video I did a while back, and it was over the suit. And I was like, is this a real fight? Yep. This is a real fight. Let me just share my screen of what I said months ago. Hey everyone, my name is Gadget Trish, and I heard a new Superman trailer came out. A lot of people seem mad, something about some flying scenes, so I made it my thumbnail. Why not? It appears to be 30 seconds. So is this a trailer, a teaser, a people pleaser, or a non-people pleaser? We don't know. But if it's only 30 seconds, let's not make this reaction longer than it has to be. Let's see what the heck is going on. So I gotta mute the sound, but let's just go at face value. I'm like, I was so pissed about a dog being in this thing. I was like, dog. And then my friend's like, oh, duh, Trisha, there was a dog. I was like, well, I don't know that. But just look at face value. I would have never guessed that trailer equated to what this movie turned out to be. So this was like more of a teaser. But everybody was going off about the freaking suit. All right, so let's see what I said. This couldn't be it. Is it? Is it? All right, let me just... It was only 30 seconds and we saw him flying. So, all right, it did look a little cheap, but hold on. Oh, it's a thing. Let's go to John's channel. It's a thing for real.
Yo, send me a link to this new Superman spot. And sure enough, they played it a number of times during the footballs this weekend with the new Superman spot. Now, it was 95% the same footage we've seen before, with two notable differences. One was a shot of Lex. Not a lot to talk.
All right. By the way, that's one thing I think that did change. So I remember, like, in the teaser, Superman's skin was like moving when he was flying. I don't think that's in the movie. I think they changed it. They fixed that.
But the key thing that everybody's talking about was our actual flight footage. 0.8 seconds of Superman flight footage and getting our first kind of peek at what he looks like flying through the air. Now, being as it was only like 1.2 seconds, it is kind of funny seeing the entire internet trying to base their opinion of an entire upcoming movie based on 1.2 seconds of something I saw.
That isn't finished.
Yeah. By the way, this isn't the first time we as movie fandom have done this.
No, you think we'd know better, John.
You'd think we would, but we don't.
We don't.
And we never will. So I got two thoughts about the Superman flight thing. One is positive. One is something I didn't like so much.
All right. So if you want to see that video that is on this channel, maybe I'll link it part of this whole series. But when I said the internet was trolling Superman, so I felt like, oh my God, this movie doesn't even have a chance. We are pissed about the freaking flying scene. We're pissed about the outfit. We're pissed about just, James Gunn breathing. And I was just like, bro. So then I'm like, yo, I think this movie is just not going to do well, but let me just check. And of course, as the movie was like coming out, and then like the flex that they did with the Amazon preview that came out on Tuesday, I said, if you're willing to put your rep on the line, then you're telling me you believe in your movie. And they did. And it was a really good gamble. So when the Amazon Prime people saw it, it was received very, very, very well. Now I've been had my tickets. I'm one of those people, I get my tickets relatively early. Now the irony is, though, keeping it real with you, if I'm not mistaken, I did cancel. Okay, so I canceled my Prime tickets because I got really, really sick. Like we said earlier, I almost had to go to the hospital over the kidney nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense. You need your organs. But so my biggest fear was I was going to have a flare up in the theater. And, sometimes when you develop kidney stones and stuff, you just start throwing up. You're in a lot of pain. So I thought, I'm not going to the movie. So I know at least for 2 or 3 days, I'm good. Right now, I'm great. But so that's when I went to go to the fan event, and it turned out to be the better decision because then I got that comic book. I got to meet all these people. And I got a really good seat. Like, either someone canceled their ticket, but the point is I got a great seat. I was dead at the top in the center. It's rare you get a center seat at the last minute. So when I see the movie, I was just like floored. I said, this movie is 1,000% better than I thought it was going to be. I was like, I thought the worst. I was like, why is there a freaking dog in there? What is the freaking point? Listen, y'all. Now I bought this before I even saw the movie, because you guys know I love toys, right? So this is part of my Amazon purchases that I got. We'll focus on the Amazon merch. But yeah, this thing flies. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Can I let it go? Go. All right. And it's gone. I got that. And I remember I had the dog with me, part of my outfit. I took a picture and everything with it. That dog is my life. Like that dog, I was like, as stupid as I thought that dog was going to be, I love that freaking dog right now. I knew it would do well based on the reaction of the teaser. That's funny. Based on all the hate, I'm done. I wasn't sure. I was like, because I was like, you just know how like people have gotten so comfortable with hating DC. And that's another reason why I was so shocked at how many people were there with the t-shirts, how many people bought merch. And it's funny, AMC didn't even have that much merch. It was the popcorn tin and the cup. Regal had t-shirts, pillows, multiple things. And I guess they were like, look, this is what we're giving you, which does make it more exclusive. I'll be honest. I think there is something to be said to be more intentional with merch, to be honest. Because it's like, as a collector, like for example, Wolverine, there was too much merch. Or bring something exclusive to each theater, and then that might have people say, well, one, because most theaters you have to kind of like get a ticket to get merch. Like if you're a smart theater, just let the merch be available no matter what. But I had a really bad experience at the 42nd Street AMC trying to get the Karate Kid popcorn bucket, and I was just like, huh. So I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to that location anytime soon based on this situation at the concession stand. It was so unnecessary. I was like, bro, like I'm not going to sneak in the theaters. Just let me get a popcorn bucket. That, by the way, the Karate Kid buckets are still there, but whatever. I hope Mr. Terrific gets his own film or show. He kind of like stole the show, to be honest. Or I would say he's a really good supportive character. But Mr. Terrific was terrific. And what I loved about the movie, trying not to like say too much because I want you guys to see it, and then maybe we could talk more like at a separate live or something. Actually, maybe we should do a panel. Maybe I can get people like Profess and maybe a handful of people to talk about their experience, because in general, what I could say is I love how Superman wasn't invincible. He legitly struggled. And to see him more of on like a more humanized version of him, that even though he's so powerful, he still had like a weakness. Like of course we know what his weakness is, but it was several times where you'll be like, is he going to be all right? Like I was holding my breath. I loved the introduction of, I believe it was Hawk Girl, Terrific, the Green Lantern. I never gave a boop about until now. And I had this cup forever because it was like a DC cup set I bought years ago. I just wanted the Superman and Batman, but it came with those two cups, and I think Flash. I'd never really used this cup until now. I was like, Green Lantern is such a jerk that he's amazing. It just works, if that makes any freaking sense. And the villains, Luther is such I hate to curse, but he's such I wanted to come through the screen and beat the crap out of Lex Luthor. He was such a jerk. And then he had a team of villains working with him. And you want to beat their behinds. It was just like, what? I just love the chemistry with the overall cast. The casting was really good. There were so many things different from the Superman that we saw from a couple of days ago. 1978 Superman is not a lot, but it is different from 2025 Superman. But what I love about this particular Superman, let's say versus the 1978 Superman, is you still feel hope. You still feel like there's this guy's is here for us. And you feel like you could, like, I really felt like this Superman exists. Like, I felt like he was really like good. Everything just worked. I like the comedic elements about it. I love that it had a lot of action. I love that it was just a good balance of everything as well. Because I was just like, I have not seen any of Gunn's movies, not even the Marvel movies he did. So I'm putting that out there. We might have a James Gunn movie marathon next week. Just depends on how my health goes, how I'm feeling. Remember, by the time I'm done with this series, I would have been at work for like 15 plus days in a row, and I need a rest. So we'll see, or maybe I'll just take a day off, maybe go to the movie theaters to see it again, and then come back and do the James Gunn stuff, because I feel like the James Gunn spotlight or movie week will go very well nicely into our Mr. Fantastic week, because in the 2 weeks is Fantastic Four, and I'm going to have watch parties for that as well. So, and it's honestly, it's just because I've never seen any of this stuff. Like I the more that I'm into this fandom now, the more I realize I'm a real normie, like a normie that has interest in it, but I just never got into it until now. Even with Star Wars, like as much as I love it, now I consider myself a Star Wars fan. Now I'm getting into the lore. Now I bought my first Star Wars books recently. So it's just like, yeah. So I definitely would recommend casual fan. Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever be an expert, but I love my perspective. Like, we have so many experts here, and I love like learning stuff like that's like a normal, but a casual fan. A casual fan's always going to have to look up stuff. And that's what we do. When I get stuck, I find the experts, I show you who they are. Cause I was just like, I'm a little bit, I'm something in between, like professors, a casual fan. But I love this genre. Like, I've been watching superhero movies my whole entire life. Whether I understood what was going on, that's a whole different story. But now I understand. And there's another YouTuber, I think his name is Black Nerd. He had a really good origin story to that complements this movie. Hopefully I can find it. I was looking at it earlier today. I think it's called Black Nerd. He's so funny too. Yes. So let's highlight Black Nerd Comedy just to see like where he found connective tissue from this movie.
Go back and look at a classic Superman origin story. And it was given to us by the WWB. This is how Superman the Animated Series begins. So Batman the Animated Series was obviously a huge success for Warner Brothers when it aired on Fox Kids Network, premiering back in 1992. In 1995, Warner Brothers got into the network TV game with their own network, the WB, which eventually launched its own block of cartoons known as Kids WB. Now,
hold on.
At the time, Lois and Clark, the New Adventures of Superman, live-action Superman TV series that was airing on ABC, the cartoon would be like, look, we different. We ain't doing what they doing. Of course, every character in this game has special attacks and abilities, which will make this the fall of Krypton and baby Kal-El. We meet Father Jor-El, his wife Lara, and of course, baby Kal-El. We even get a little crypto cameo. But things aren't looking good for Jor-El, because after doing a bunch of research of earthquakes, should I say Krypton.
All right, I'm not going to play the whole clip, and I'm not sure how much I could like air without it messing up my life, but I would definitely go over to his channel. He did find connective tissue between that particular origin story and this movie. So yeah, so some of this stuff, like, and they were saying James Gunn is really, really good. He really knows comics. He really knows it. Now, again, because I've never seen his movies, I don't know what his signature or fingerprint looks like, but at least everyone can say he does good movies. And I think where I was skeptical is like DC has dropped the ball so freaking bad. If I see one more origin story about Batman, like if they do Batman and we have to get one more origin story, fine. But it's just like, I feel like you guys never move the needle forward, bro. And then like, then you guys keep switching up your Batmans. You keep switching up your Supermans. You keep switching up everything. Like, I'm over it, bro. Like, so now I think this is the official reboot. I hope it is. Because it's like, why am I spending 34? Like, honestly, a movie theater for me averages $100 to $150 because the ticket, like this ticket was like $25. Then it cost me like $100+ in merch. Now, outfit wise, I didn't have to go all out. I found a way to work with my current wardrobe and just do color blocks of everything. So I will highlight how I did my outfit. Most of it came from Amazon. Like all I had to do was buy like a yellow belt and like a little cape, but I could use the shawl again for another event, like in real life. And it worked. Everyone, I mean, the nerds knew what I was, but normal people did. And they were like, oh, you look nice today. They didn't know. But the point is, like, I found a way to work around the whole outfit thing without like going broke anymore. But the point is, some of you guys did go out and get merch. You go, you dress up for the movie. So it's just like, I'm not spending all this money for the the DC universe if you guys can't even get your life in order. So I was just like, I think I've seen maybe one DC movie in the last 10 years in a theater, maybe. And I couldn't even tell you what it was. That's how you know we got a problem. But I digress. Okay, that's good to know. So James said he was going to be based on the DC studio on the animated series. Got you. So that's so remember when I was doing this watch series? Now, if it was based on Superman of the past, then I would have done this series the week before. But everyone kept saying you don't have to watch any of the Supermans to enjoy that. That is true. If you've never seen a superhero, it doesn't matter. It's like Professor said, it's based on the comic books, not the actual movies. Are there connective tissues? Sure. I think from Superman 3, the whole thing, introduction with Smallville, there's I don't want to. Yeah, it's not relevant. It's I'll leave it there. I almost said something I shouldn't have said. What else? I would say that whole hope thing with Superman from 1978 is there. Like, you feel inspired when you watch this. And I felt like that when I was a kid, or even when we just saw it the other night. But the whole thing with Lois Lane and Superman is completely different. They are a love interest, but it's just different. It's not, well, I think you're Superman. None of that's going on. Like, they're already a couple. It's just there. You know what? If I go, I think I'll upgrade to that ticket. Actually, I should do that now because I'm hearing all the freaking shows are selling out. Wow. Yeah, but you know what? You want to crack up? I have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet at all. I know who they are based on other movies, but I've never seen their movies. Awkward. So I'm like, if we do a James Gunn week, I don't know if I'm going to do his last movie, but at least do all the Marvel movies because I do have Disney Plus. And unfortunately, it will be with commercials. I'll double check. Sometimes I own stuff and forget I bought it. But if I did not buy it, we're just going to watch it with ads because I've spent so much money this week. I'm just like, I'm so over budget. But I'm just like, if I'm going to go to the movie theater, I want to be invested in your ecosystem. And DC's ecosystem has been really sucky. It's really inconsistent. Even like with Flash, I heard it was a good movie, but then there was rumors that there was going to be a reboot. So why am I going to watch Flash? Why? Like now that I belong to AMC and Regal memberships, yeah, now I could do it now because there's certain nights it's $5 and stuff. But I wasn't part of movie memberships back then. So it's just like, if you guys are big on movies, please upgrade to those AMC memberships. They have some that are like $15, some that are more, but you'll get your money's worth because it's like there are nights where there's cheaper. I know there's some nights like on Monday I can see a movie for like an unseen movie for like $5, but it comes with the memberships. And I know for Regal, like if you want to see it in 4DX, if you see it on Tuesdays or something, it's like half off. So just to put that out there, join the memberships. Some are free and some are low cost, but just go for it. He made Peacemaker, and I love season 1. I don't even know what Peacemaker is. I need to catch up, bro. I just need to catch up with life. And I mean, I'm in the season of consuming media because, I ain't gonna lie, my money's kind of tight, but I have streaming services and stuff. So I'm like, well, I could just entertain myself at home, which is another reason why we're having the popcorn project, because I want to elevate my space. Because I was like, if you're going to always be here, then make it really nice, make it fun. I never thought my apartment would look like a toy box that exploded, but it just makes me happy, if that makes any freaking sense. So I was just like, no, I thought I would be like a typical adult. And I mean, if I find my pictures of this place when I first got it, it was so adult. And then like so things happened and furniture got messed up and flooding. And I was like, I'm not putting no more money in this place. But if I have it already, just find a way to display it and make it look nice. Because I was like, this place is always flooding, but I digress. So what I could say without saying much, I would highly recommend watching the movie. If you're skeptical about it and you belong to Regal, or like if you belong to AMC memberships, starting now, you could see it for like $5, like on Tuesday and Wednesday. And if you belong to Regal, I believe their discount night is on Tuesday. But if you just want to like say F it, I want to see what the hype is about, get tickets now. Get tickets now. It's really freaking good. It is freaking good. I was like, holy, how does a dog become a good supporting thing? But it is. How does the sidekicks don't feel like sidekicks? They feel like supportive actors or supportive, it's check it out. Definitely check it out. I'm not sure if I'll have a review or not, but like a spoiler review, but I'll just say this. It's where the hype is real. I am also looking forward to see Fantastic Four. I wasn't, but I did like Thunderbolts, and I had no idea what the hell that was about, and I'm loving that. So, and I did like Captain America, even though y'all are throwing shade. I like Captain America too. But so far I'm liking everything that's come out in the superhero space for 2025. And I don't know, maybe this is premature, but I'm going to say something that's blasphemy. But I think Superman might be my favorite superhero movie so far. I got to see it again because I did see Thunderbolts twice, and I did see Captain America twice. So I have to give it another watch around. And of course, we still have Fantastic Four. But yeah, for the first time ever, a DC film finally made me go, oh, this is good. Like, this is good. And I'm like, I'm not saying the other films suck. Like, I did see that Batman movie. I think I saw it on a plane or something. Something in the way, that dark one. But it was all right. I didn't hate it. But I'm like, but I love this. Like, I love this one. I like to love what I'm watching. Does that make sense? But we honestly need to get into, like, I feel like just not doing the watch party. I won't be in bed until 5 a.m. Can I do that? Yeah, I'll be all right. Because I'm well rested, so we're good. But if I fall asleep, you guys already know what to do. Just say, Trisha, you fell asleep, so I know when I fell asleep. Bruh, favorite of this era superhero. Favorite of this era superhero. Oh, I don't know about of all time. I will just say this is my favorite superhero movie of the three that came out already. So the contenders is Captain America, Thunderbolts, and this. We still have one more to go. But this is my favorite of the three. Era, I'm going to have to say early MCU days, especially like the original Iron Man. Yeah, my favorite era is the reboot of Marvel, to be honest. And until Endgame, even though I don't like Endgame as much as everyone else does, I was like, I hate time travel, bro. I just do. but I love the MCU early days. It was amazing. Like, we were doing MCU watch parties, but then you guys were complaining about the commercials. But as soon as I'm commercial free, we're gonna watch every MCU movie, all 30. It'll probably be 37 by the time I get commercial free, and just break it down. What I love about the MCU is the connective tissue is amazing. Like it's all connected stories. And it's like, you really have to pay attention to really appreciate what they're doing. And I'm like, you got to give Marvel this. Like, they're going through a lot right now because it's almost like everything kind of died when Endgame was over. But at least that particular era, which I think is phases 1, 2, 3, or right, I think it's phases 1 to 2 and 3. Those are really well done. Where I think they dropped the ball was the oversaturation, the Disney Plus shows. Some of it did get really stupid. I'm sure we're going to have some watch parties where I'm going to be upset. I do remember some of the MCU movies that made me go, really? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I don't love everything they do, but it was good. Yeah, I'm like, I like way more Infinity War better, right? So it's like, we cannot, I won't even say like DC did it. I'm going to say DC's at a phenomenal start, but you have a lot to catch up with to like rival Marvel. Marvel has built a beautiful series of movies and shows. Like Disney Plus shows, my favorite is WandaVision and Loki. But like, we just did the Ironheart series. I'm not going to say nothing right now, but if you want to know my reaction, there are videos. There was only 2 nights, remember, because they did episodes 1, 2, and 3 in one night, and then they did the finale. But I was actually surprised at my reaction to that. That's all I'm going to say. And they have unique challenges, but I'm sure, especially with Robert Downey Jr. being involved and Disney/Marvel reading the room, they know they need to fix some stuff big time. I don't like the forced messaging and fake, like the fake diversity. Like I don't mind diversity in anything that I watch, but it has to make effing sense. It's a lot going on. We need to represent everybody. Yeah, but get it right, or don't do it at all. Like, get it together. Especially Marvel. That's especially Stan Lee's vision. That diversity is part of it, but some of it did feel very forced. So it's just like, y'all got a lot to work on. Like, but I'm sure they're gonna fix it. Fantastic Four, I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous, but I pick up my outfit soon. I was gonna do a full outfit because everybody on TikTok is going to Hot Topics buying the sweaters and stuff. But the issue is we can't wear graphic shirts anymore. And I'm almost sure I have to work that day. I mean, I can change, but we're not doing all that. And I'm also not at my weight goal. So I'm like, I don't want to spend all this money and then you won't be able to like fit it. So I'm just gonna do an outfit using stuff I own already. I only had to buy like accessories, but I can't wait. And we're doing a fan event. I'm not saying where, but if you guys see me up in these fan events, please, I am shy. It takes a lot to ask for. Can you do a picture or video? Just, please continue being nice so I can highlight you and stuff, and just show what it looks like. But look, Fantastic Four people, y'all better represent. Oh, by the way, before we go into the watch party, the shade was so real with Fantastic Four. Look at the popcorn bucket they put our popcorn in. So if you look at some of the videos and pictures, you'll see it's with the Superman box, but then you'll see it's with the Fantastic Four popcorn buckets. I was so weak because I was just like, now listen, as much money as DC allegedly had spent on marketing, you would have thought there was Superman popcorn buckets to accommodate that. Because when we saw Wolverine, we did have Wolverine popcorn buckets like that with our Wolverine merch. So I was cracking up. I said, y'all, this is what product placement's about. It should have been Superman popcorn buckets, paper accommodating the Superman. I was just like, ooh, shade. Now Regal's different. They do not give you a separate popcorn bucket. But I prefer like how AMC does it, because it's like, oh, what if you want to resell it, or what if you don't want to eat it? Like, it could be, it's more likely dirty. So I'm just, every time I be going to Regal, I'll be like, oh my God, please. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. So because they almost sold out of the buckets, I kind of got ripped off. So I got a dented bucket. No, I don't ever intend to sell my buckets, but I'm being real with you, because there's so many of them now. I have to sell some of these buckets. But more likely it'll be the plastic ones, as I discussed why I don't like plastic buckets. But I got this big old dent, and I'm like, oh, that's so messed up. So, but the truth be told, even when things are damaged, let's say this movie does like pop culture epic numbers and stuff, then the popcorn buckets and merch in general, when you resell it, are going to sell whether there's a dent or not. Of course you lose money when they're damaged, but in other words, if I do decide to sell it, I'll at minimum be able to break even. But yeah, I have a feeling the most coveted popcorn bucket is going to be the one from AMC. And a lot of people like the Regal one where it looks like he's heating up the popcorn machine. What else seems to be a hit? I would say those seem to be the top two. But my vote is the newsstand, especially like after you watch the movie, you're like, yes, I got the newspaper stand. I'm representing Clark Kent and his girlfriend. Yeah. So I don't know. And like I said, this cup is epic. I even like how they have the texture, like his actual suit. This is really freaking dope. And it's funny, when I got the Regal stuff, I was like, I don't think I'm going to get any more popcorn buckets, because here we go. I come in, like, once you see people walking out the street with the popcorn bucket, you're like, and again, it didn't even look like the normal people who show up for this stuff. I was like, huh? And then there were parts, I didn't even get everybody. Like, people had multiple buckets. And then like on the side, you see people loading up bags, which reminds me, please bring an extra bag with you. I think another thing they kind of messed up, and I can understand why they probably didn't do it, but they should have had like a Regal Superman Superman tote bag. Like, I feel like, I get that Regal was being intentional, but you guys saw how big that bucket is. Y'all should have like sold Superman bags. Because I mean, again, imagine a whole bunch of people walking down the street with royal blue tote bags and the Superman symbol. Yes, they're not holding the buckets, but I wasn't able to hold I came with a separate bag. Like, so you're not seeing my bucket anyway. They should have made the bag big enough for the tote bag and the cup to fit inside. And then, if they were smart, they would have had the popcorn bucket like this be Superman. And then you'll see people walking around with the Superman buckets, because I mean, I'm a collector. I know always bring extra bags with me. That is the given. But a lot of people just never bring an extra bag. So then you see a whole bunch of people struggling trying to get the buckets home, which is fine because that's good marketing too. But it was just like, it would have been better if you sold the bag. You would have made money off the bucket and the bag. And for those like me who got the cup, and make sure that all that stuff fits really nice as you're producing the bag. But listen, I'm from marketing. So if anybody wants to hire me, let me know, because I think like a collector, and collectors are different. We always think about like, how are we going to safely get our merch home? I'm just saying. But now we are ready to get into the watch party. Here we go. What you're going to do is watch on a separate device. If anybody is going to be crazy enough to stay up for me for another 2 hours or an hour and a half. this is the last of the Christopher Reeve Superman. And so, and then we go into I think it's Superman Returns, and we check out all the ones that I haven't seen yet. I mean, I don't remember seeing this one either, to be honest. But yeah, this one's definitely the end of an era. I will say this, and I think we're going to do a special watch party for the Christopher. My heart broke when he had the accident with the horse and went paralyzed. Even though there will be, I'm very happy with the Superman they chose now. You got to give it up to the GOAT. He pretty much is the blueprint to what superhero movies turned out to be. And to be one of the originals, I'll be honest, excellent job. You know, like, even though I wasn't a fan of all the Superman movies, for those who've been watching this series, I have to admit that 1978 one, it held up really well. So, you know, shout out to Christopher Reeves, rest in peace, of course. And like I said, if health and time permits, we will definitely continue. We will extend this series by another documentary, and then we'll do the Tim Gunn's, at least some of Tim Gunn's movies, just so I can get the reference to, you know, Tim Gunn's fingerprint. I don't know what that means, y'all. But, you know, congrats. No matter what, congrats. I think we all see where this is going. And DC, for a change, they needed a win, a real win. I think the last time I heard something really good was Suicide Squad. Heard good things about that. And I know, like, that dark Batman kind of went viral, but mainly for the freaking song. I'm not sure, like, how the movie was received. Like I said, I did see it, but I think I saw it like on a plane or something. But I've never had a desire to see a DC movie, and now, like, whenever the next one comes out, I will be out dressed up, color waves, representing. I don't know if I have any more space for merch, but at least I got the most important. And yeah. So let me see. We're watching Superman 5. It's an hour and 26 minutes. I never thought I'd be talking for an hour and 30 minutes about merch and reviews, but the movie's freaking good. So here we are. You're going to watch on a separate device. Let me just get my stopwatch activated. As a matter of fact, I also need to go get my pills so I could continue having a better bathroom experience. TMI. God, aging something. So life be life and sometimes, but that's okay. Here we go. So let me just activate a few things. They updated StreamYard, and it's like, I'm just like, what the hell? What the hell, y'all? Everything, literally everything's different for those who use this. Here we go. Let's just get our timer out. Share screen. Yes. I hope you guys are seeing the stopwatch. Yes, there we go. Whether you're on Team Replay or you'll be like, I don't have this movie, I don't have time for this. Thank you for being with me for at least an hour and a half. And thank everyone for helping me be able to have the intro. Thank you, Profess and Eric, for talking, just in case you guys fall asleep. Because I know Professor's on my side. So it's 3 a.m. here in New York. And yeah, and hopefully I won't fall asleep, guys, because you know I'm really good at doing it. So with that being said, let's queue up our movie. I'm going to press start right now, and let's go. All right, let me get my pills, and I'll be back, but I have everything playing in my ear. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Doesn't it have like a very doesn't like the theme music have a very Star Wars thing? I wonder if it's the same composer, John Williams, right? That's his name, John. I think I need more water. Tack on it. I'll be back, y'all. Water is important for me to have. All right. Oh, these are the pills I were talking about. So if you're having trouble, this is TMI, but sharing is caring. Oh snap! I don't have a light. Oh wait, there's a light inside of here. Hold on. One second. Because it's still credits, and you know the credits be like 100 freaking minutes. All right, so this stuff is called gut support. It's from this company, this alkaline electric company. It allows you to go to the bathroom smoother. It takes a couple hours to work, but I didn't have any issues or runs or anything. And when I said I was having trouble, it's pricey, but it's worth it. All right, the movie's on, y'all. Let's go. Oh, I have the wrong graphic. Oh, there we go. Yay! I forgot to do one. Oh. There are literally popcorn buckets around me. I can barely move at all. Get some of this up here. Look at Clark Kent. Shit. Woo. You are a lovely one. Is it me or the outfits get better every movie? Yo, why is this giving me Superman 3 vibes? That's all I'm going to say, y'all. Oh my gosh. No. Oh, I thought the baseball was gonna cause a problem. No, we got we got Lex Luthor back. Thank God. Hold on. Yeah. Now, how did a non-prisoner? Oh, maybe they're doing field work. My bad. Disregard what I was about to say. Luther and his escapes are comical. Oh. Of course, it's a relative. Yeah, I got the. It's a little off centered though. Wait, Lois Lane looks a little different. This is so funny because there's so much stuff in here. I'm like trying to move everything so I can get out. Oh my god. She said the oldest living Boy Scout. Oh. Oh. So there's definitely something from this movie that's in the new one. Shut up. What? I definitely never saw this one. You got the boss with sexual harassment. Oh my God. According to sexual harassment classes, that's a huge dodo. Hmm. Why does Lois Lane look so different? It looks like she got like a whole glow up makeover. Oh, I just realized something. Hold on. Sorry for all the texting, y'all. There's definitely connective tissue in this Superman compared to this one to the one that just came out. Like, there's definitely, yeah. I was just saying, what is going on? Why did he decide to tell her who he is again? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, the graphics is hilarious, bro, when they be flying. But I think this one came out in 87. I forgot to research when this came out. When did Superman come out for the 1987? Okay. Yo, why does Superman have like finger waves in his hair? I'm weak. Is it me? The chemistry between these two is not like how it was in past movies. She doesn't even look the same. It's something about the eyeliner under her eyes just makes her look just so different. Ooh, ooh la la. Oh, he did that weird kiss thing again, so she won't remember. Yo, Superman's horrible for this. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, wow. I'm surprised I'm yarning. Let me see. We should be all right. We got another hour left. Oh, and it's a classic suit from this movie. All right. Right? Look how the kids are around him. So cute. I wonder what are going to be the bigger cosplays for the Comic-Con circuit this year. Will it be Fantastic Four, Superman, Captain America, Thunderbolts? For me, my outfit is based on it because I usually do Comic-Con to meet people, so it's usually like whoever I'm going to meet. That's funny. Everybody wants to be a sponsor. Look at Super. Ooh. Why does Superman's trunks look a little enhanced, y'all? Like almost every movie, I'm like, did they put a sock there or something? Oh, isn't that interfering though? Why does the score sound so much like freaking Star Wars? Like it's bothering me. I'm like, this sounds like who's the conductor for this thing? Who did the Superman score? Or Alexander Courage with John Williams. Wait, the score was primarily composed and conducted by Alexander Courage, with John Williams' theme from the previous film being adopted and incorporated in the new score. So then I look at the one that we're watching now. How about the original 1978? It was John Williams. It's so I was like, doesn't this remind you of Star Wars? You learn something new every day. The iconic score for the 1978 film Superman was composed and conducted by John Williams. For those who don't know, John Williams on Superman, the Star Wars. The London Symphony Orchestra performed the music. The score is celebrated for its epic and heroic themes, particularly in the main theme that has become synonymous with the character, according to Classic FM. Got you. I was like, it sounds like a John Williams. Because it was. Duh. Oh, good for him, because that Star Wars one is epic. Dun, 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 dun. And this one. Dun, 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 dun. I love how Lex Luthor keeps getting out of jail and he's just walking around living his best life. BRB. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no, it's detached. Make it big. Ah, what? At least we know it's called. Why is it called the quest for peace? I remember back in the 80s, my mom used to belong to a gym membership. I think it was like Bally's or Jacqueline or something like that. I remember that was such a vibe. No, actually, I think she was part of Lucille Roberts, and she would dress in these outfits. Does anybody remember Lucille Roberts? Look at those shorts, my dude. I'm supposed to go to any charity, and I'm like, it's like an 80s theme, and I'm like, I'm so looking for retro stuff. Oh my God, do you see all the Adidas product placement? They got good taste. She has a very Brooke Shield-ish thing about her. By the way, that Lex Luthor's nephew, I think it's the kid who played Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller Day Off. Hold on. No, it's not him. Or is it him? Cast members of Superman 4. John Cryer. Lenny Luthor. He looks familiar. What else is he playing? Let's see what movies he played in. More. Pretty in Pink. Yes. I was like, he looks so familiar. Anything else I saw him in? No. He did a lot of movies. Dang. Oh. Oh. Mm. Oh no. He is so funny. Is it me or like? Let me see something. Superman or chemistry with Lois Lane. This seems off. Nine 1987. Wow. Mm. Yo, why does his nail looks like like acrylic set? Why does the why this is like so cheesy. I find it well, we'll say this for our thoughts. I'm like, what? Thank God this is the shortest one. It feels like a TV special as opposed to like Life Day. Like a TV. It just feels off. Everything about this feels off. Like, ugh. Mm. Yo, look at the special effects when they fly. This is so bad. It's like the the special effects took a back seat. Were they in a rush with this one? You know, it's giving me like that Flash Gordon, like that kind of like Flash Gordon energy. Let me see when that movie came out. Flash. You know, I love me some Flash Gordon. He's the leader of the universe, 1980. Flash. Ah. He's the leader of the universe. Who owns Flash Gordon? I'm kind of curious. Flash Gordon belongs to what company? In 1996, the premiered Flash Gordon TV series. Flash Gordon strip was adapted from this Big Little Book series called Whitman. Who owns Flash Gordon? They aren't DC or Warner Brothers, but aren't 20. Wow, that's interesting. Oh, that's Suki. I'm falling asleep. They're on it. I'm like, it's only an hour and a half. But then again, it's almost 5 in the morning. It's 5 in the morning. Good thing is this is over very soon. Can I hold out for 25 minutes? I think this is officially my latest live. The only other live with this that was this late was the Karate Kid review. Usually I'm in bed no later than 3. Oh, Superman, no. Yo, the graphics are so bad. The special effects, I'm sorry, are so bad. Like they upgraded, like as actors and actresses, they look great. Like Lois Lane don't even look like herself. She looking like she got like Sugar Daddy update. And then of course Clark Kent, Christopher Reeves looks gorgeous. Mm. Oh my gosh, they got the freaking what them things in the 80s. They used to have shoulder pads. Hold on, let me try to make a pair. I'm one person who will I should never have shoulder pads on. I'm so broad. Hold up. The 1980 upgrade. Like, no. Oh, he's sick. Hmm. Does she know again? Hmm. Like she has that energy, like she knows it's him, but it's like more subtle. Be right back. Bathroom break. But we're almost done, y'all. For those that are following, we less than 20 minutes left. Oh. What woman is he looking for? Did I miss something? He has such a heart for people. Oh my gosh. I was random. Sorry. I wish they put a little bit more love into this special effects. It's like it looks so bad, and it's not like it's not a sucky movie, but it's like distracting. Sorry if I'm not being like laser focused. My goal is just not to fall asleep when we only have like less than 15 minutes left to get through this. So, somebody was clearly in my office. Everything's moved around, like everything. Oh, they on the moon now. You already know when we on the moon, the fight's about to go pow, pow, pow. But now that I've watched this, it's almost over. I definitely did not see this movie at all. I'm like, I don't remember this movie. Or if I did, it is so buried in my brain that I don't recall seeing this. Oh, wait. I'm like, we're almost done. Nothing seems familiar. Just trying to figure out why everything's out of place right now. Dang. Oh my God, brutal. Pound them in the back like pat pat. Oh. Oh, it's the rich girl he was after. You got good taste. She's beautiful. Mm. Wait, how the hell? Wait, how is this woman in outer space and is not dying? I am done, bro. I am done, Joe. Superman just kill somebody. I'm weak. Hi, Giga. No, Giga. Giga, I'll be off live in 10 minutes. Do you understand that? Go to your bed. No. Go to your bed. No. Go to your bed. I love how the dog will know what to do, know what I mean, but then she'll act like she's about to do it and then change her mind and like, well, let me give her puppy eyes. Giga, go to bed. All right. Keep the energy right there. Meanwhile, she's literally just staring at me. And now you're wagging your tail. Now you're playing dirty. Now I'm going to get crypto on you, which I know you're not crazy about. Yeah, you see crypto, right? Go to your bed or crypto's coming after you. Keep going. Go to bed. Mm. She's back. Superman. Mm. Mm. I agree. Mhm. Did I make it, y'all? Yes. I barely made it. But it's over. Dun, 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 dun. Ha! Shimmy to the front. Shimmy to the front. It's over. We made it. We made it. Close to 5 in the morning. Woohoo! All right. I'm not going to talk much because I actually have to be in a movie very, very soon today. That was all I was texting about. And I'm going to keep it real. I'm not sure if we're going to do a watch party later on today. Depends if I can get a power nap or not. But let's talk about what we just witnessed, y'all. The good, the bad, and the cheesy freaking special effects. What did we just witness, y'all? Hmm. How do you turn this off? How do you turn this off? Give me 1 second. I just gotta delete this. 1 second. Yes. All right. So let's pull something up real quick. And let's talk about Superman 4 that came out in 1987. Yada, yada, yada. All right. My thoughts. Overall, the movie was okay. I like that there is something, a reference of some, I think it was 1 or 2 references in this movie that is connected to the new one. It's not necessary, but at least it's something, for something, so I guess something referenced. And so I was like, oh, that's really cool. We're like, oh, yay. But it's not necessary. But I didn't like the chemistry with anybody. I felt like everyone was off, specifically Superman and Lois Lane. I'm like, y'all good? Like, you ever listen? Now I'm about to get messy, but have you ever messed with somebody? You no longer mess with that person, and there's like an unspoken tension. So of course, I'm talking about like the actors and actresses. Like it looked like they had some personal issue with each other. Like they didn't want to be in the same room, but it's like, oh, let's just get this over with kind of energy. I don't know what led to that. Maybe it was egos, maybe it was a secret affair. But the point is, you don't feel the same chemistry that you felt with those two in the previous movies. So that was a miss, because I feel like Lois Lane and Clark Kent, that's what's part of the success of the franchise. And like after we saw the third one, no comment, watch the previous live if you want to know how I felt. I was like, we could use a nice casting reboot, not reboot, but like reunion. So you have Gene Hackman back, you have Lois Lane back, and I'm just like, y'all just look like you're going through the motions. Or when like actors have an issue with a director and it's like, and I feel like there's something we're not aware of, but we feel it in this movie. And so it's not my least favorite Superman. As a matter of fact, I'll talk about that in the next live. But between the cheesy graphics, the rushed movie, it didn't felt like something was pulled out, or there was some kind of budget restraints, and we felt that. But it was okay, and also, what was the payoff with Clark Kent going to the farm, and this guy's trying to buy his family's land? Like, so what came of that? Did I miss something? When I went to the bathroom? Like, I don't know. Like, what was the payoff? I don't know. It wasn't like, or maybe there was supposed to be a future Superman and now there's not. Don't know. Kind of care, but we got to move on because I'm still falling asleep in front of y'all. And I'm like, that's not good. So today is the last time you could vote for your favorite Christopher Reeves Superman. I don't know which one's my personal favorite yet, but I will cast a vote. And I will let you know what was my least favorite once the poll is revealed later on in our next live. Which brings me up to this. What's up next? Superman freaking returns. I don't want to say what day I'm going to do it because I have the right to like go to sleep if I need to go to sleep. But let's just say there's no rush to get through this. Like I said, none of these Supermans really have to do with the current Superman. It's just celebrating what came before it. And so we just know, like for example, the one that I look forward the most is the Man of Steel. Everyone keeps comparing that one to this one. So yeah. So after this comes Man of Steel. Then we concluded with Batman versus Superman, but the breakdown is in the description bar. And while we were watching the live, I did frame, yay, my comic book from the fan event. So as soon as I get a chance, I will for sure let you know where I got the frames from Amazon, but how do you get your own? And like I said, it's not the best quality. It is plastic. It is cheesy. It is not user-friendly for spaces with the sun. You definitely would need a different kind of frame. But if you're like myself and you just want to make your space as nice as you want on a budget, make sure that you will follow me on the Gadgetrish Amazon. I have a storefront just for DC. I have an overall store. And hopefully I'll be doing lives to let you like see the whole entire breakdown. So yes, I have Five Below, but I have way more stuff from Amazon that's in this space. So let's get into that. And of course, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. As always, this is now, I think, probably one of my latest lives ever. I just wanted to like show up because I didn't show up the night before because I wasn't feeling well, / I was dealing with something on a personal level. So, friends and family first, or family and friends first. before anything. Well, actually, God first, then family and friends. But you know what I mean. And if you guys are just coming in, because I see a couple of people that just came in, spoiler alert, I would highly recommend seeing the new Superman movie. It might even be better than all the ones that came before, or close to it. So I need to see the last three before I could conclude that thought. But I might have to go see it again. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I loved it. So I'll see you guys for the next watch party whenever I decide to do it. Enjoy this amazing Superman week. And of course, check it out in the theaters. If I come back tonight, I'm not coming back anytime soon. So please feel free, go out to the theaters, watch it. And if you guys want to do a review panel, let me know. I would love to see new faces on this channel and get to connect with the community. Because I'm a casual fan, which means I could use some expert help here. So with that being said, see you guys whenever I decide to come back live. And thanks again for making this super late watch party worth, pushing through the pain of being sleepy for. Bye. Have a good one.